Hi everybody, Steph here, and what we've got for you today is, well, in my opinion, a very much underrated British manufacturer of pens. This is a Burnham fountain pen made in England. This particular one is the Burnham B48. Now, Burnham as a pen manufacturer made pens, well, from sort of the 1920s all the way through to around about the 1960s. Now, this particular pen I date sort of the very late 1940s, 1950s. Now, this particular pen, as I say, is the Burnham B48. The size of the pen from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel is approximately 131 millimeters capped. Around the barrel here, it's quite a chunky 12 millimeters in diameter. As I say, these were, well, they're actually becoming more collectible now, but they're very much underrated in my opinion. As you can see, this particular one comes in this lovely burgundy and black marble, and it actually has these lovely gold veins running through the pen. Let's show you the imprint there, and what we have, it says Burnham, and then underneath the Burnham it's got England, and to the right it's got B48. Now, the Burnham pens, they made them in lots and lots of different guises. The earlier pens are actually quite rare. The pens from this particular area, the 1950s, they were actually competing with the likes of Conway Stewart, and in my opinion they brought out some very nice and colourful pens. As I say, this particular one, as you can see, is actually lovely in its own right, this burgundy and black marble. As you can see, it's a lever pen. There's the lever. If we're going to take you to the bottom of the cap, you can see it comes with this one gold filled or gold plated cap band, and to the top there it's got this Burnham clip to the top there with the word Burnham running down the clip there. And if we take you to the top there, you can see it's got this black conical cap stud to the top there, which actually complements sort of the end of the barrel there. You can see the barrel is actually slightly conical to the end of the barrel as well. The only downfall with these particular pens is that the plate on the clips here was very thin, and what you'll find quite a few pens that you'll find out there which the clip actually now looks silver, and all that is that the plate is actually worn away from the clip, because the plate on these pens or the clips was very thin, and you've got to be very careful because they will wear quite easily. But you can see this one still retains a nice glossy golden finish. Now, if we unscrew the cap there, show you the pen and the cap together. I've actually restored this pen. There's a new sack in it, so it should be in full working order. In my opinion, again, a very much underrated pen. A very nice quality made pen as well. So let's pop the cap down here. Let's show you the nib here. You can see the section has got a slight taper to it towards the end of the nib. Now, on these particular pens, again, what you'll find is you will find gold nibs. But what you've got here on this particular one is a Burnham B45 broad England nib. Now, this nib is actually, well, it's actually a gold plated steel nib. Now, if we show you a sideways view like that, let's show you the feed underneath the pen here, and you can see it's got these sort of ridges, if you like, running across the feed underneath there. A nice thing about these pens is they actually brought an idea similar to the Esterbrook pens, in that what we can actually do is actually unscrew the nib unit like so, and what they actually do, they come out with the feed like so. So what you can actually do, if you don't prefer this particular nib, you can purchase another nib and just simply replace it by popping it back in the section and just simply tighten it up like so. So they've got these easily unscrewable and replaceable nibs. Now, as I said, what I've actually done, I've actually serviced this pen. I've come a little bit unprepared, so let's bring on some ink. Let's undo the top there, and what we do, nice and simple, dip the nib in the ink, push on the lever like so, pop it back again, give it a couple of seconds. Let's pop the ink to one side, just bring on a tissue, just give it a little bit of a wipe, and let's bring on some paper. So let's see how it writes. So what we've actually got here is a Burnham. As we said, this one is the B48. Again, we're dating the pen around about the 1950s. This nib here, you can see it's actually drying out a little bit there. Oh, there we go, it's coming through a little bit as well. As I said, this particular nib here is what we term as a broad nib. So as you can see, the figure of eights, the downward strokes there, we're getting quite a broad line, and on the cross strokes there we can actually achieve quite a nice fine line. So there we go. It's actually a nice writer. Again, let's do some figure of eights just to show you the line variation. As I say, a nice writer with this broad line. So as you can see, there's a little bit of variation, but as it says on the nib, it's a broad nib. So let's pop the cap back on like so. So let's keep it, well, I say nice and short. Let's keep it at that. So what we've got here is a 1950s Burnham B48 in this lovely burgundy black marble with these gold veins. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I've enjoyed showing it to you. Don't forget, I've got loads of videos. Go and have a look at them, and don't forget to subscribe. Yes, you subscribe. But for now, I'll just simply say bye bye now.